So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Gabbard on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. A 2nd down throw now for Gabbard. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Thank you, Mr. Ridley. A scoreless first half, and now we're set for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's Curley. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. A strong running. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So both teams scoreless here as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Gabbert now from the 50. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Look good, though. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Gabbert now on 2nd down. Caught outright by Patton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Down and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Gabbert. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
Throwing now is Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Wilson to throw. Finding time. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Now it's Curley. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And time now for the Seahawks defense to take their spots again on the field. They've played a great game. This has been a great game. It's tied. They're just hoping to push this one to OT.
This has been fun, hasn't it, partner? This feels like one of those well-pitched baseball games. Low scoring, and will one play make the difference? And where's it going to come from? Right now, they're hoping that it doesn't happen, and they can just get this game to OT.
Yeah, I mentioned they're hoping to get it to OT. They'd take a turnover as well. Here's Gabbert. And McDonald here over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Gabbert. He's got time in the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby.
And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Gabbert to throw. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And the 49ers are going to get a first. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Now Gabbert muscles him off. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. He's got time, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to sack him for a loss of 6. 3rd and long for Gabbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And now a first down following that long gain. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition, Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he's got room. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
To throw is Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down following the incompletion. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Baldwin with it over the middle. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. Now the first throw in overtime for Gabbert. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ooh, the juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Second down, Gabbard. Smith catches left side. Now the ball comes loose, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. You know, it's kind of interesting, the fumble there for the Niners. Last year in 2015, fewest in the league lost, only 5 of them.
And had a record that would suggest that they had a bunch of them, right? So it's really counterintuitive when you think about it to only have 5 fumbles and really have the struggles they had during that season.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They go play action here on 1st down. He gets it to Baldwin. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the upright. crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis.